season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But you look at this defense.
Well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Thurman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Reeves. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Reeves. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense...
Coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Pushes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Off the play fake. Reeves. That's caught at the 3.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Thurman. Now they go screen. It's complete. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A great pickup there. 35 yards. And obviously the first down to go along with it. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
A first down carry here for Johnson.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, Thurman.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Operating from the gun, Thurman. And that will be incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worked this hard yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Reeves. He finds his man. Complete. It's Myers. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Monarch.
Now this is Battle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's taken down at
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 88 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Reeves. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Reeves firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
Against the pass, they're hoping to trim in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thurman. And his throw here's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2nd quarter now. Toronto in possession of the football. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Gonna give it to Battle.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat. Turns it up there. It pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. All game long, all practice.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
To throw on 3rd down, Reeves. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Off the play fake. Reeves. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Thurman. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thurman. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Thurman. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thurman. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun. Thurman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Battle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Battle. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And the Toronto first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down, Toronto.
Back to throw. Reeves. Throw left side complete. That's Glover. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Reeves. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Reeves. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Monarchs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after here coming up. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense back to work now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
A final shot before break. Thurman, his throw incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Panthers continue to make their case to be a playoff favorite as they're able to up their record to 7-3 with the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are out in front in that one. The Riverhawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 35-7 was your final in a one-sided affair. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Battle.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now 3rd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Let's go. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Thurman. He finds his man. Complete. It's Porter. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, Thurman. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Johnson running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Back to throw. Reeves throwing the out route incomplete. It's Glover. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Battle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Toronto.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a Good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
10 more there and another first down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the bootleg. Reeves. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Monarchs take a 3-touchdown lead.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Thurman.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Thurman. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off play action. Thurman. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Thurman completing it to the right side. Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Thurman. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reeves.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Looking to throw. Reeves. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
He'll keep it himself.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Battle.
Holding offense. What's he talking about, Red?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Reeves forced out to his left. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Curtis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Up the middle they go. Battle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation,
That's true.
right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Thurman. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
97.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Thurman.
He'll check this down to Johnson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Thurman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thurman. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Thurman. Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thurman. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes us for about 6 down inside the 40.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throwing to start the drive. Thurman. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Thurman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Thurman.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Thurman. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
That is caught. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on first and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Thurman. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Lumberjacks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Toronto, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Tokyo,
they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?